Hi, it's Aneta here from Aneta Yoga Studio and Wellness. Today is Tuesday, 24th of April, day number 114 of 2018. How are you today? I'm showing up from my mat with a little bit of wisdom. I'm just saying hi. And so something that stayed with me from yesterday that kind of stayed at the back of my mind, something that I hear a lot. So from the people that I work in on a one-to-one capacity, one-to-one basis. And I had two clients yesterday for a one-to-one stuff. And the interesting thing was that both of them said exactly the same thing, or very similar thing. They were questioning why they are not able to do something to do with the moving of their body, the yoga practice, the shape of their body, why they're not able to do it right now, even though they're doing exactly the same thing as they did before. And it's interesting because it comes up quite a lot. And they both are in their, mid-40s, late 40s, and so really women in their prime, they're not young girls, and there was one question that really made sense when I asked them. I asked them both the same question that I normally ask when I hear stuff like this, which is, how long ago are we talking about? Are we talking about 3 months ago? Are we talking about last year? Are we talking a few years back? And in both instances, we were talking years ago. So we were talking before both of them had their gave last time birth to their children. So we're talking years. We're talking about huge change in the body. We're talking about the body naturally changing, going from being younger to, much more mature, maybe even perimenopausal. And so it's a huge change that we forget to take into consideration when we approach our practice, whether it's physical practice or any fitness practice, the food that we eat, the diet that we do, that we adhere to. Yes, maybe that fitness regime, maybe that way of practicing yoga worked a few years back. But as your body changes, it really, really changes. So I know that from my own experience as well. In my 20s, I did a lot of Ashtanga. I was really skinny. I loved the going and really going for it. And I could recover from it really easily as well. I was doing Ashtanga early morning at 6 o'clock in the morning and then going off and working in a crisis center for chaotic drug users. But living in the center of London, I could do it because I was in my 20s. My body was different. I was able to deal with stress in a different way. My lifestyle was different. If I tried to do it now, being in my mid-40s, I would really struggle. And no doubt my body would start kicking back from me. And the possibility of going through burnout and being overwhelmed, or injuring myself is very, very high if I try to do it right now. And so there is this very important thing about when you're trying to build or develop a sustainable practice, self-care practice, your yoga or movement practice, whether you're doing running or your eating habits, if you are actively developing practices for self-care, they really need to be in alignment with who you are right now, not who you were 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but right now, in this moment. It needs to be aligned with your needs. And I know very well that dealing with, accepting and acknowledging the changes that happen in your body are really, really challenging, especially if what you're seeing and what you're experiencing is not what you want to be seeing or experiencing. And therefore it can create that internal struggle, internal conflict that comes from really the reality and your body wisdom saying one thing and your mind saying something completely different. There is that inner struggle, sometimes to the point of inner aggression that can come up, that frustration and anger that can come up in that situation. And that's when the kindness is really important, because you cannot change what you don't accept fully, and sometimes acknowledging something without kindness, without that part of self-compassion and loving kindness, can create more lack of ease, more negativity, more frustration, more anger. So it's really important to bring that kindness and really acknowledge where you are at in this moment, within your body, within your self-care habits, within all of that. And then from that space, start bringing in the good. So a little bit of movement, a little bit of mindfulness, a bit of somatic experiencing, a little bit more of joy and doing things that you love in your life, a little bit more whatever nourishes your soul, a little bit more of really what you want to be doing in your life, a little bit more of healthy foods, a little bit more of hydration. I'm a real believer in small, tiny steps, taking every day and really, showing up for yourself and really paying attention. There is so much wisdom within your body, and that it's very different from the knowledge in the mind. The mind is very clever, but the body is wise. And so connecting and learning to connect and learning to listen to your somatic experience, to somatic meaning being within the body, really listening, whether through meditations, through guided practices, through journaling, through focusing, all of that. They're just tools, but tools that can really help us on our journey. And so how are you doing with your practice? Let me know. We are coming to the end of April. We are definitely in spring. The body is feeling different. I definitely know I'm feeling different in my body. My body wants to move more. So let me know how you're doing. And as always, post in the comments. You can also join the group. I reopened the group that I started on the 1st of January this year. I renamed it into Yoga and Beyond Wisdom of Daily Practice 2018. Pop over there, ask to join, and I will accept you through. And I'm posting more stuff. There are some online retreats coming up. I will be posting more stuff around it. And as always, I wish you a really wonderful day. Namaste.